My grandmother, or Gogo as we know her, has always had a way of causing chaos. Not just with us, but with everyone around her. Neighbors, strangers, even the pets. There's just something about her that makes people uneasy. But her main target? My mom. The middle child of 7, and the tension between them has been brewing for years. You see, Gogo's words are often sharp and loaded with judgments. Now, my mom has always been the one to try and be amicable and make peace whenever her and my gran would have fallouts and drama. And after years of fighting with my grandmother, she eventually gave up talking to her completely. That was until 2016 when she finally settled down, got married with the house, and she thought maybe, just maybe, things could change. They never do. Once you go no contact, keep it that way. You would think she was a preacher, but she's something else entirely. Every time you step out of line, no matter how small the offense, she has a Bible verse ready. Don't they always? The same Bible verses that they can't apply to their own damn lives. One moment, she's your grandmother, and the next, she's the holy enforcer of some twisted version of righteousness. She calls it putting you in order, but in truth, it's just control. It's always about control. And it's been hurting my mom for as long as I can remember. She thought that inviting my grandmother over to come and stay with us for a week would improve things, but little did she know that that's when everything would actually start falling apart. When Gogo arrived at the house, everything seemed fine at first, but within days it was very clear that something wasn't right. The first thing that she did was to send away the helper, Utsandi, while we were all out. And when we asked her about it, she claimed it was because Utsandi was unable to clean to a standard that she expected. We all knew better though, because Tandi had been with us for years, and this was not like her at all. It was as if Ugogo was trying to cause chaos, one small act at a time. They almost always are. Once someone sends away the helper, you know for sure they're trying to get up to something. As the days went by, things just started to get worse. My mom and her husband, Usipo, started arguing more and more. And every time that they fought, I would catch Ugogo with a very tiny smirk of satisfaction on her face, as if she was enjoying the tension. You could actually feel it in the air. It was like a strange, malicious type of joy. Those really miserable people in your family who like to cause drama, when y'all are at it after they set up the whole fight, look at their faces and see just how happy and satisfied they are. They just thrive on causing confusion and drama. They sit back and they watch and they enjoy the show. The day before Gogo was supposed to leave, something unexpected happened. She invited her sister Uzanele over. Now, Uzanele wasn't just any relative. She was known to be a little bit different. She was Inyanga, a healer of sorts. But she and my gran were not just family. They were practitioners of something darker. Something that most people didn't fully understand. And whatever it was, we could tell at night that something just wasn't right. So now that night, they're being overly friendly. They're putting on this performance, talking and laughing in like very strange and exaggerated ways. Sounds like something that I witnessed not too long ago. But then things took a darker turn. The two of them laid down on the ground, side by side, their bodies still and rigid, like they were performing some kind of ritual. Honey, yes, most definitely a ritual, for sure a ritual. We were all on edge, unsure of what was going on, but little did we know that these ladies were not just telling stories. Oh no, they were actually planting something. After my grandmother and her sister left, things just started falling apart, of course. A month later, my mom started to feel sick. It wasn't just a regular type of illness. She could feel something dark crawling inside of her. She described it to us as if there was a lizard moving within her body, its feet crawling against the insides of her skin and its body coiling around her womb. I just posted up a story time for my subscribers about someone who experienced very similar symptoms. Go and check that out. And worse, it wasn't just a physical pain, it was an emotional pain too. She became very suicidal, plagued with thoughts that terrified her. She couldn't focus on anything. Her jobs, her relationships, they all started crumbling. It was as if this darkness had taken a hold of her, and no matter where she went, it followed. She saw doctor after doctor, and none of them could tell her what was going on or what was wrong with her. It was as if her body was betraying her, and there was nothing that she could do about it. And so months went by after that, and the strangeness continued. First, it was big, giant spiders in the bathroom, and then mice. Lots and lots of mice all over the house. The house had become overrun with them. They were scurrying in places that we had never ever seen them before. And it wasn't just the animals. It was the sense of something unnatural constantly being in the house. My mom's last visit to the doctor was the one that she and I would not forget.